Okay, this long piece that I'm going to install over here, did I cut a corner on it yet? Nope. I'm going to cut a 45-degree corner right here so it'll butt in at the end of that wall. But remember, I've got this telephone cord coming up here, so I'm going to unplug that and I'm going to zigzag that down right in here. So I have to remember that because I'm going to cut this baseboard short, about right here, and I'm going to cut a little piece in here. And I'll not attach that. I'll cut it nice and tight and fit it up in there. That way I don't have to see this cord. So later on, if I want to pull that cord out of here, I can. I can just take this little piece, take a putty knife, and kind of wedge that out and pop that out, pull this cord up, plug it in, and away I go. See how this fits. It fits in there perfect every time. That's beautiful. You know, it's such a small piece, you can't really go wrong with that. All right, so this is going to come straight down. I'm just going to cut this right in there. I'll just cut that square. Less than 10 bucks to cut all your trim. And you've got this to use for all kinds of stuff. This nice little back saw, yeah, it's really cheap, but man, this blade is nice and sharp. So I use this to cut shims off, like if I install doors or that kind of thing, or just different trim I can do by hand using it as a little hand saw. So lots of things I can do with this, even if I'm not going to use my little plastic miter box. Less than $10, well spent. Just wanted to show you a little trick. This is quarter round, and if you're having a problem with that, you know, because the quarter round is down here at an angle and you're afraid to get it on the wall, I just got it kind of tilted up and I've just kind of wedged it in upside down. Make sure you got the right side up, you know, that you're going to caulk. And go ahead and caulk it now. And that's a nice little holding area for you. I've already put some caulking on there, so I'm pretty much good. But that makes it nice and easy to do that. Now you just gently have to pull it up out of there. Swivel it down. Set it down there and push it up against the wall. What do you think about that? I kind of like that. Where's my masking tape? Make sure to put tape on here, because you may think that's fine, you'll just kind of push it on there, but you walk away from it and then it starts loosening up. So this is my cheap insurance policy. Just put it on there like that. It doesn't take long to do this. I think it's easier than putting brads in it. You've got a nail gun. And again, if you're doing a whole house, then I guess you're probably not going to want to do it this way, are you? But no sense getting a brad gun out and popping those in. Then you got to clean up those holes. And you've got to caulk those holes. And if you don't caulk right, you could see you're caulking your nail holes even after you caulk. If you don't put it on right, or you may have to put 2 coats on. With this, if you painted your base, and in this case I didn't have to paint the base, but this is all, you know, when I get all done, somebody's going to say, hey, how did you attach that? I don't even see the nail holes or anything. Well, that's because there are not any nail holes, are there? That didn't take very long. And only, like I said, I only have one room to do. And so I think this is a good way to do this. And once that dries, I'll probably leave that on there overnight or something. And then I can peel that up later. Just don't leave your masking tape on there for 4 or 5 days and then think you're gonna peel it up without the backside film of your masking tape sticking, okay? You don't have to use blue masking tape if you're only gonna leave this masking tape on for overnight or the next day at noon or something like that. You know, it'll be fine to peel off there. But if you just painted your trim, you might want to let your trim cure for a few days before you attach it, because if you put masking tape on it, chances are you may peel up the masking tape a day later. Regular cheap masking tape like this, or even blue, the next day or 2 or 3 days later, and it could peel some of your paint off. Okay? So, a few things to consider when you're installing this. There I go, using craft paper again. See, I got my craft paper down on the ground. That protects my floor from getting scratched up and marked and that kind of thing. And when it gets ready to be cleaned up, I can just move my stuff off of there and I just leave everything on that craft paper. Then I can kind of take it and just gently get it all kind of in the middle, like that. And then I can do like this, and I can carry this to a garbage can, or I can fold it up, however I want to do it. If I fold it up, I want to fold the ends up too, you know. But now I got all my mess right there. I'll still probably sweep up, but that saves your floor. Be nice to your floor. You just installed it. I've used this one little piece of craft paper, probably 7 or 8 times now. I used it to put down on the carpet when I cut in all my light switches and my ceiling boxes for the track lights. I used it for some painting. I did all kinds of stuff. It's just about ready to be thrown away. See? The good thing is I can use it on both sides too. But I might use this once more, maybe a couple more times, and then I'll end up throwing it away. It's about had it. But way better than using plastic or a drop cloth or anything like that. And you gotta get some craft paper. It might be called resin paper. I like using the red. It's kind of got a reddish hue to it. And there's lots of it in a roll, so it'll do all kinds of projects for you.